Wayne Griffin, pastor of the Cornerstone Baptist Church in Exeter, and this is Garage Talk. Why do they make these things? What's that about? You know, there are little creatures running around that this particular one says pest-free living. So we could call them pests, we could call them problems. They're called mice. And they're in a lot of garages. And I have a confession to make that is paining me tremendously because you folks are so kind and gracious, and the feedback we get on these things is, wow, nice garage and all that. Well, I have to show you something that I'm not proud of, something that's gotten out of control in my life. And now, full disclosure is what is necessary to get it under control. So if you'll walk with me, I'm going to take you to the out back of the garage, if you will. This is an area that we don't go to very often, and it is because we don't go there very often, what can happen is things start to take place that we lose sight of. And we have a mouse problem. And we've been trying to deal with it. And this area over here is disgusting. And so we've set a couple of traps and we're starting to thin them out. But I just want to say I am sorry. You've come to expect better things from us than this. This is nasty, and we're going to try very hard to do better, to clean this up, to get rid of the pests, and thin out the evil in our garage. I feel like I should fill you in on what was out in the garage that I had been around for a while. This is a 1969 Ford Cobra with a 428 with 3 two-barrels. And I love Ford FE motors, 352, 390, 428, 427.
Man, I love that stuff.
So I was able to buy this car a few years back. My brother worked on that 5 years ago. Don't forget that. So over here, we have another vehicle. This is the extent of my collection. Big deal. But it's a 1976 Lincoln Continental town car that I went on my honeymoon in 1983. And so I've had it ever since. And that car, and those two cars are very important to me. I don't want you to get the impression that, there's just a couple of old cars out back in his garage that he really didn't care about, and so therefore they were neglected. I really cared about those stupid things. And there they sat, and 5 years ago, they were absolutely fine. I got the Lincoln out a couple of times, but the Ford was sitting there, and it was fine. It was fine 5 years ago. It's fine now. Well, it's not. Evil crept in while it was sitting there. One of the carburetors is leaking gas real bad, and I don't think the mice moved into it, but they didn't help it at all. So we've cleaned up our garage and we've swept it out. And what is bugging me is my thoughtless process of thinking it was okay then, it'll be okay now. Nothing can stand long-term neglect. You have to constantly check on things. That car needed attention. Checking for mice needed attention. They're busy. And dare I say, some of our relationships need attention. While you think you're this wonderful husband, and you know that you were, and you promised her to love and honor and take care of her and pay all her bills, and of course she knows everything's fine. Have you asked her lately? Hey, hon, that man that you take care of all the time and watch over, and of course he's fine, of course he... Have you asked him lately? Because sometimes what you think is absolutely fine is not okay. Now, there's a good chance everything is fine in your life, but don't take it for granted. Check on it. Those things that you care about, talk about, look into them. How are they doing? How's the kids? How's the wife? How's your staff? What's important to you? Whatever it is, check on it more often than I have, 4 or 5 years. So, after we get done this, I think I'll go talk to my wife and ask her if we're okay. Hey, thanks for watching. See you in church on Sunday, I hope. And shout out to David at UniFirst, who wanted to make sure my kids had matching shirts for Garage Talk. Really appreciate it.